you make a B.
Okay. Up, down, up, and around.
Right. Very good.
Okay.
And they have dotted lines for you to trace over, and then they want you to make some other B's on your own. So why don't you give that a try? Very good. That's excellent.
This is really good. This is really going to help my son when I'm working with him with his letters.
Oh, yeah, you can.
This is going to be so much fun. He's going to love this.
Yeah. So, so show me how you think you would do the
An H.
Yeah, show me first with your arm.
Okay.
You can start up high, right?
Up,
down,
down, then up again and over.
Very good. Very good.
Okay. Do you want me to write that
Yeah.
now?
Why don't you just write it a couple times?
Right.
Yeah.
H.
Okay. The way they, your H's are fine. They actually think it's easier to do one continuous motion. Do you see how that's, you go like, just as you did with your finger. You go down and then up and around. What you were doing is you were going like this. Let me show you. You were going like that, and then you're doing a new starting point like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Can you just try it the other way and see how it...
Sure.
Let me see. That's it. Do you think that's any easier? I mean, your H's are legible the way you were doing it. So by legible, I mean they were very easy to read. So, you know, it's up to you. Okay, show me with your arm how you would make your F.
Up,
Yeah, up,
down, and then
start
across.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so why don't you do a couple of those?
Okay. F, F, F.
Great. Okay, now here's a D, and again, they have a starting point. Here, it's not a high starting point, right? It's more a middle starting point.
Yes.
So why don't you show me that with your hand? Show me first with your hand. Up, and then down. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yep. So one smooth motion. Nice. Very good. Excellent. And then G, show me how you would do that.
Okay.
And then down. Very nice. Very nice. Good.
Okay. And
So
G.
Just do a couple of those. Yeah, it looks like you don't have very much trouble writing. Do you in general have any difficulty forming your letters?
Well, I like to write.
You do?
I do like to write. I like to write letters and numbers and different things like that.
Okay, so show me how you do the C,
C.
with your finger first.
Around.
Very good.
Around.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So do a few of those.
C.
Okay.
C. C.
Okay, so that was really great. There's a homework page here, and another point I want to make about homework is I realize that you probably have an incredibly busy life. If you ever can't get to your homework, don't skip class. It's important for you to come to every single class you can come to. Okay? We're both adults. I'm not going to say, oh, why didn't you do your homework?
All right.
I'm not going to do that.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, but this homework is very easy. It's just practicing your letters.
Okay. I should be able to do that for the next class.
So just do, yeah. And again, really try to find some things to read. Once we've gone through this book a little bit, I'm going to give you some short stories to read on your own.
Oh,
and we'll
wonderful.
talk about them. Yeah, because it's, okay. Oh, and this book belongs to you.
Oh,
So
thank
you
you.
take this home, you keep it with you. Maybe your son will like it.
I think
too,
he would
once-
like
once
working.
you-
Yes, he
yeah,
will.
Yeah, that'll be great.
He sure will.
All right. So, Charlotte, the next thing we're going to do, we're eventually going to work on you writing a paragraph on your own. But to start with, you're going to make up a story, and I'm going to write it down. And there's a reason why we do it this way. Adults like yourself have a tremendous speaking vocabulary. So we're trying to harness that ability to help you to connect it to sight reading ability. So what you're going to do is you're going to make up a story and say it out loud, and I'm going to write it down.
Okay.
It only has to be about 4 lines. 4 or maybe 5 sentences. So is there anything that you really feel like talking about? I always make suggestions like around this time of year, you could talk about Halloween, you could talk about Thanksgiving, you could talk about...
I would like to talk about the election.
Oh, okay. All right. So can you just go? You don't need any more prodding, huh?
Let's see. I think I would like to say for my first sentence is, I was very pleased to be able to vote.
Okay. Great. Okay. Next sentence.
It was great to be a part.
Okay.
History making.
A part, did you say of history making?
Yes. Okay. It was wonderful to see so many people. Is it okay if I see what we wrote so far?
I was very pleased to be able to vote. It was great to be a part of history making. It was wonderful to see so many people
Voting.
voting.
And watching.
Oh, you want to continue?
Yes.
Voting and
Watching everybody celebrate. Without violence.
okay.
Wow, that's nice. It's nice to be able to say something and write it down. I sure would like to know how to write like that one day.
You
That's
will.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is great.
So is that it? Is that all you have to say?
Oh no,
One more sentence.
one more sentence.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's-
Let's
what
read
you've
it
written is
again.
nice, though. I was very pleased to be able to vote. It was great to be a part of history making. It was wonderful to see so many people voting and watching everybody celebrate without violence.
That's great. Let's see, my next sentence should be. I'm so glad that people are willing to help each other to make their lives better.
Okay, so we're going to read through it one more time.
Okay.
I actually need to make a copy of this for me as well.
You want to get the fax machine?
I can.
We can zero.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was very pleased to be able to vote. It was great to be a part of history making. It was wonderful to see so many people voting and watching everybody celebrate without violence. I'm so glad that people are willing to help each other to make their lives better.
That's a great paragraph. Or is that more than a paragraph?
That's a paragraph.
That's a paragraph?
Usually a paragraph has one main idea, and
our main idea.
your main idea was, it seems to me that your main idea is your reaction to the voting and,
Okay.
and the election. It was like your emotional response. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at what you've written, and I want you to find, let's see, you have a lot of pretty sophisticated words here. I want you to find other words that have the beginning sound, the same beginning sound as was. Do you see that, was?
Mm-hmm.
So can you hear the beginning sound of was?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other words that have that sound? I'll
Wow.
read this and see if you hear a beginning sound, a sound at the very beginning of a word that has the was sound. I was very pleased to be able to vote. It was, that's the same word though, it was great to be a part of history making. It was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so do you see that? Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Okay, they all have that, they both have that same beginning sound. It was wonderful to see so many people voting and watching.
Watching.
Good. Watching. Everybody celebrate without.
Without.
violence. Okay, you're really picking this up. That's great. Violence. I'm so glad that people are willing.
Willing.
Good. To help each other to make their lives better. So, this is a series of words that you spoke that all have the w beginning sound. And we're going to go, I'm going to ask you to keep those with your cards, and we'll just go over these
Okay.
next time. But it's was. Can you say that?
Was.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Watching.
Watching.
Without.
Without.
Willing.
Willing.
Very good. Okay. We'll do one more series with beginning sounds, and we're going to use very.
Very.
As the word. So
Very.
what sound do you hear at the beginning of the word very? V. Okay. So I was very pleased to be able to vote.
Vote.
Right. Vote. That also has the V beginning sound.
Mm-hmm.
It was great to be a part of history making.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful to see so many people voting.
Voting.
Good. And watching everybody celebrate without violence.
Violence.
I'm so glad that people are willing to help each other to make their lives better. Okay.
Okay.
So all these words have the same beginning sound. Do you hear that?
V.
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 Let's go through that.
Okay.
Very.
Very.
Vote.
Vote.
Voting.
Voting.
Violence.
Violence.
Very good. Okay. I just want to do one word family with you.
Okay.
I want to pick a word that's good.
Wonderful. History.
I think we want to do
Celebration.
a one-syllable. We want to do a one-syllable word.
One syllable.
I'm sorry. That's a short. That would be a short word like was, but that one's not good to do rhyming with. Be. We'll do be.
Be.
Now this be is a verb. That's to be. There's also be like a bumblebee. They both sound the
Okay.
same.
This is
Okay.
one syllable. Be.
B.
Okay.
It just has one vowel sound, but that's it's a short word. B.
Be.
Okay. You
Okay.
just kind of move your chin once. B.
Okay. Be.
One syllable. So let's see if we can come up with some words that have different beginning sounds but have that same E ending sound. So one way to do that is to